Hello, learners. Today is Tuesday, March 24th, 2020. Just realized I really need to take a Clorox wipe to this and get rid of some of the extra residue. Anyways, happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a great morning so far. Our amazing question for the day is, what is the most amazing trip you have ever been on? What is the most amazing trip you have ever been on? I'm very lucky, and my dad and my mom have big families that live all over the United States, so I've been to a lot of places in the United States. I've also gotten the opportunity to travel outside of the United States a few times. That's really tough. I went to England a few years back, and I saw the Queen driving in a car. She was very far away from me, and she was in a car, but she drove out of Buckingham Palace, and that was really cool. So that was probably an amazing trip that I went to when I got to go to London, England. But also, I recently went to San Francisco in California, and that's a really cool city. It's lots of hills, and all of the buildings and houses are built up on hills, and it's very pretty. All right, so answer that or write about it. What is the most amazing trip you have ever been on? I was looking and I found two mindful moments that I think would be appropriate, and whatever you can do at home, try to do at home. The first one is an appreciation chain. It's kind of like what we did during school when we made the chains of the kindness chains that we then wrapped around the downstairs of DeWitt Road. So this one you would need construction paper, scissors, and then some sort of glue or tape. And then what you do is you cut the construction paper into strips, and then you keep them in a basket, and you think about, in your head, you think, what are some ways that people have helped you, and what are you appreciative of? Some things that you feel gratitude towards, you feel thankful for. So whenever you see something that you're like, wow, my mom made me breakfast this morning. I'm really thankful for that. You could write that down. You could write down what happened. And then you make a chain, and you make a chain of all the things you appreciate and are grateful for. So that's something you could do with your family in your house. Or this one is something that will help you see other people's perspectives. So you might have seen a drawing similar to this before, where it looks like a duck or a rabbit, depending on your point of view and your perspective and how you see the picture. So you could pause the video here so you can see the image. And you look at the drawing, you show everyone the drawing, and then you each go around and you say whether you think it's a duck or a rabbit. And you talk about who's right and who's wrong. But then you'll start to notice that because it's your opinion and your own perspective, no one's right or wrong. It's just whatever they think. And you can use this activity, talking about whether you think it's a duck or a rabbit, and listening to the other people that are talking around you, to start to understand other people's points of view and their perspective, and their thoughts and opinions, okay? So you could either do the appreciation chain, or you can do the duck rabbit. Or you could do both, whatever works for you. I'd say you can do none, but I don't want you to do none. All right. It's Tuesday, so I'm going to read our totally awesome random useless facts. All right. I need to find where I left off. Okay. It takes more than 500 peanuts to make one 12-ounce jar of peanut butter. Jaguars are scared of dogs. I'm wondering how they found that out. The only real food U.S. astronauts are allowed to eat in space. No. The only real food... What? The only real food U.S. astronauts are allowed in space are pecans. The nuts. That one confuses me, because why can't you have cashews or hazelnuts? Okay. Donuts originated in Holland. Holland is a country in Europe. Mickey Mouse's ears are always turned to the front, no matter which direction his head is pointing. Oh my gosh. All right. Next. The most milk a single cow can produce is 55,849 gallons. I'm going to assume that's over the cow's lifetime because that is a tremendous amount of milk. There are 100 squares on a snakes and ladders board. If you've ever played I think they mean chutes and ladders. Is there a game called Snakes and Ladders? All of these today are confusing me. Maybe I really don't know what I'm talking about. Dorothy's ruby slippers from the movie The Wizard of Oz were auctioned off for $165,000. I feel like they could have gotten more money for them. I'm wondering what year they auctioned them off for. Last one. An octopus will eat its own arms if it gets really hungry. Sometimes I think I could do that when I get really hungry. No, I couldn't. All right. Next, my challenge for you today is to find a song to listen to and to find all the examples of figurative language in it that you can find. So listen for similes, which are comparing two things using like or as, metaphors, which compares something by saying, for example, Miss Grotadaro is... No, why can't I think of one? I'm sorry. This morning my brain is just not working, and I'm too lazy to record this video twice. You could say, like, he is lightning for how fast he runs. So that would be a metaphor. An onomatopoeia, which is a sound word, like boom, crash. A hyperbole, which is an exaggeration. So, you know, you asked me to do that 1,000,000 times. And what else do we have? Personification. So listen for examples of figurative language in a song. For example, we listened to Firework by Katy Perry once when we were walking around our room, and that has lots of examples of figurative language in it. I want to challenge you to try to do reading every day, some sort of math every day. You could visit the math websites like Math Playground or Splash Math, the ones that are on the 5th grade updates page or anything on our Google Classroom, and try to write every day if you can. Write a letter, write a recipe, write something down, and just keep up on Google Classroom. Once you're done with things, turn them in. There's an option to turn it in to me, because then I know you're done. Because I've been looking and checking in on everybody's work, but I don't know if you're done if you haven't turned it in, okay? And once we finished our country research projects, I'm actually going to have a Zoom session where we all come in and then I'll display your PowerPoint, your slide on the screen, and you can talk us through and you could actually present it to the class, which I think is kind of cool. And moving on, do your very best to be a helper in your house. Help with younger brothers or sisters, older brothers or sisters, help with mom and dad, with grandma and grandpa. Try to help out and do the best that you can to be a helper in your home. Like Mr. Rogers says, in times where things look bad, try to look for the helpers and the people that are making things better. And to close, we have a story cube. Alright, we already rolled that one. I want to roll one where we're definitely going to get a new picture. But I might have... Okay, here's one. It is a clock. So you could start your story, your one-sentence story tell with an onomatopoeia and say tick-tock, 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 or something like that. Clock could be subject of your story, a topic, a character, something where your story starts. Do a one-sentence story tell all the way around, or you can write a story about a clock, or time, or however you interpret this. And that's all that I have for you today. Sorry this video is a little more jumbled. I think my brain is starting to go a little crazy from being home all the time. But reach out if you have any questions. I'm going to try to make phone calls to all my kids this week. So hopefully I'll get to talk to you. And try to do your very best to stay engaged in learning at home. Watch your screen time. Try not to be on screens for too long. And when it's nice out, please try to get outside. If we would go outside for recess, you should go outside at home. I mean, we've even went outside for recess when it's sprinkling. Listen to your parents or whoever you're with and listen to their rules, but really try to get outside, okay? Have a great day, and I'm glad I'm seeing some of you on Zoom, which is awesome, so hopefully I'll see you on Zoom. And if not, then I'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day. Until next time, it's Ms. G. See you later.